Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna and Joe. Yes, the boss is in the house and he's running everything and he's feeling really well right now. So thank you all first and foremost for your love and prayers and calls, texts, emails, the whole 9 yards. You guys have been amazing. And on behalf of Joe and I, we'd like to thank both of you. So today is September the 14th, 2025, and yes, it's a Sunday morning, and what a glorious one it is, right? So let me slip into the chat real quick and welcome everyone here, and then we'll get the party started. Melissa, good morning. She's the first one in the chat today. Day's in the house. Hey, sweetheart. Finishing up walking her dog. Awesome. Debbie's in the house. Yay. Let me see. In Quilt Fact, now she's in the house. Whew. I got double trouble over there. Let me see. Pinch me. Yeah, I'll have to fill you in on that. Pinch me. The girl finally crashed. Slept a solid 12 hours. The world will not be the same again. Oh, man. Heck, you'd be up all night. Probably. Oh, man, I crashed hard day. Linda, good Sunday morning. I hope you all slept well. Yeah, hope all is well and everyone. Telling everyone hello. Let me see. Good morning, Linda. Where'd Melissa go? She's out walking her dog. Andrea's in the house. Good morning, honey. Let me see. Day weather here is great, but I'm inside with the AC piecing blocks. You can't beat that. Back to work tomorrow for me, so I'm trying to get all my sewing time in now. Absolutely. Zaza's in the house. Good morning, sweethearts. Let me see. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. My chat just jumped and it's not intentional. Patricia, I'm stopping in for a few minutes on my way to church. Awesome. And thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Let me see. Everyone's chatting. Good morning, Bob, and welcome. I'm working on our famous project today. Today is going to be the wrap up on it, and then I'll bring it back after I get it on the long arm and be able to show it. Linda, I'll be in the basement later working as well. Today is a work day. Nose to the ground and see how much we can get finished up today. Let me see. We love you, Papa Joe, from Debbie. Betty, good morning, good morning. Rose Davis is in the house. Glad to hear that, Donna, you needed that. I'm telling you what, you don't realize how haggard you look until you wake up the next time you finally sleep, and it's like, ooh, who was that other lady in the mirror? I finally think I might have found a way to sleep. So, Brenda Foley's in the house. Yay! So I'm going to shut the mouse off and give the control panel back to the boss because he knows I don't like to fool with it. So anyway, let me tell you. Yes, I've been working on my legit kit and I'm working on the caribou. And anytime I work with numbers and letters and things like that, they really make my brain tired. I see things backwards, and Day, God love her, she knows that. And she's like, left or right, put your hand down so that I'm getting the pieces together correctly. So I can honestly say I've got all the fabrics on all of the pieces for that one. And today I'll be working on building out each of the individual blocks. And then over this week, I'll put the quilt together and I'll be able to show you. And I love a legit kit, but yeah, this one's been a fun one. Good morning, Stephanie, and everyone anxious to see the squirrels completed. You're going to see what I've come up with. I was thinking outside of the box, and yeah. So how is Joe doing? Well, let me give you all the update on the Mr. Joe. I don't think I've got to see you since he got sick. Let me see what happened. He thought I gave him food poison because we all know I don't cook, right? Well, I made barbecued pork, boneless pulled pork. We went down, we had a nice dinner, and he took our granddaughter to get her Taco Bell because she doesn't like my cooking. He come back and he looks at me dead serious and he says, honey, you feel all right? And I say, yeah, I knew I was tired, but I was laying on the sofa. And he goes, no, I'm serious. Like, does your tummy hurt or anything? I was like, no, I feel really good. I might get another sandwich. And as the evening progressed, his stomach started hurting worse. So I said, do you want to go get checked? He's like, no. I got ready, got in bed. Wada bing, wada bang. As soon as I got in bed, he's like, I think you better get dressed and get your leg on. We're going to the hospital. So within an hour of being at the hospital, he was admitted and put on clear liquids, pain meds, and we are heading to West Virginia University tomorrow morning, so keep him in your prayers. We think we know the issue, but we'll know for sure on the 29th because he has to have surgery out of town, and then I'll bring him home, and all of this nightmare should be behind us then. So he's had a very hard 2025. I had a hard 2024 in Harper. So we're praying that God gives us a break here. It's been a lot. So anyway, he is feeling good. He's back on solid food, and he knows I didn't try to food poison him. So I call that a win. But his stomach was really, really ripped up, and I guess the barbecue, the spice, so now he's on what they call a GI diet. Basically bland, baked, boiled, broiled, no potatoes, no starch. And over time, they'll be able to implement that back in slowly. But basically, right now, his stomach is jacked up. And I didn't do it. So I call that a win. Hey, Donna, I'm getting the 2.5 strips ready. Woohoo! Stay tuned today. At some point, you're going to see little tidbits and little things come out over, I want to say, I'll record it today. You'll see it come out this week sometime. But Heather and I'll be dropping a few more tips, a little bit of tricks, and little teasers for her spectacle of scraps. I believe we're also going to pull Day in as well, but she doesn't know it yet. Cat's out of the bag nowadays, so think outside of the box. I'll talk to you after the live. So anyway, I'll get Joe to slip down on the table for a minute, and I'll show you where I am on the squirrels. So right now, I've got it all sewed together behind the scenes, but once I get this border, I've got this one strip to go ahead and get on. I will be able to show you a general idea of the direction because I'm trying to think outside of the box with this, and I really wanted this to come together. A friend of mine helps take care of one of our neighbors, and Leslie is one of my dear friends as well. And I think what I'm going to do is, her passion is squirrels too. When you live in the country, so I think this part I will bless and pay it forward. Day saying, I know now. Yeah. So think about it, Day. And then I'll talk to you after the live. But yeah. But anyway, I saw myself and Joe and Day, and everybody was like, man, you're looking tired. Words were hard and things like that. So yesterday I called a cap on it. I want to say maybe about 6 o'clock, and I was done. I was fried. I just physically couldn't sew another stitch, and that never happens. So, long story short, I went down and I told Joe, I said, I got me a ginger ale, and I said, I'm going to go in and lay down for a little bit. If I can't sleep, I'll go back up and work. And he's like, well, lay here in the living room. And that wasn't an option. I knew I needed the dark bedroom. I was starting to get a little bit of a headache. So I went in, laid down, and next thing I knew, I woke up about 8-ish, took my meds, put in my earbuds, listened to Christian music, and off to sleep I went, and I woke up when he woke me up this morning. So anything could have happened last night. A bomb went off and I would have slept through it. I finally crashed and it felt really, really good to get a good night's sleep. So I think between all the stress and all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, the maybes, the what ifs, the maybe if I wouldn't have made the barbecue that night, it wouldn't have flared his tummy up, all that kind of stress. But the man can eat like a tank. He loves his pastas and stuff. That, I think, upsets him more than anything. no potatoes, none of the good stuff that he really likes for a little while, but he'll be allowed to have it back in. It's just going to take some time. So anyway, this is border 1. I have no idea the size this is going to end up being because I just don't know. I'm making it up as I go along. But all of those extra little blocks along the way, I chose to put together this. And what I did was pulled anything squirrel fabric. I cut the centers and decided I would do the squares and then do the stars and the build out from there. I think this was the perfect project to utilize if you like to fussy cut or if you find that you need to. This was something that, as you know, one of my subscribers too, really, blessed me with this squirrel fabric, and I'll show you my wall hanging. That will be my door hanger because I've really focused on working on that, and I really am so pleased with the way it came out. It took me about a week and a half on the long arm because I really did a lot of in-depth quilting, really dense to bring everything out. So I really do want to show you all of that as well. So this is how it's coming along. I purposely left one block because I had 24 of the centers, but I put one dark one in the center, and I want to do something in here. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do when I get it on the long arm, but it'll come to me as I come along. I'm thinking something like maybe a tree, maybe put some leaves on it. I'm not sure yet, but that'll end up being the focal point of this, and I think it'll turn out really sweet. So if you're one that loves to build out and think outside of the box and cut your fabric tight, from this bind, from this border, I had approximately 10 inches overage. So what am I going to do with it but put it into my scrap bin, because our heather project is up on deck and that one is going to be fun. So I've opted to go ahead and put, this is a 3-inch border, 2.5 by the time it's done. The second border is 4. It'll be 3.5 by the time it's all the way wrapped around, and we'll see how we like it as it goes along. I have taken the liberty to go ahead and put it together so I can look up in the chat and have a chit chat with y'all, because Lord knows I've missed you. So I'll slip this down on the floor. Oops, early birds. Good morning, Sylvia. Good morning. Good morning. So when I'm working a quilt, sometimes I'll pin in, but I know my machine. I know if I let the machine do the work, I will not have a wonky border. So what I like to do is just do a little bit of overage here at the top. And this is just the way that I choose to do it. You do you. Whatever works for you. I'll back tack it in. Maybe. I've had a lot of thread breakages, but I haven't honestly taken the time to do a good detail of this machine, and that will be forthcoming because she needs her spa day. So it's causing me to have to rethread sometimes. She's causing me a little bit of a headache today. So if you see me stopping, she's either coming unthreaded or I ran my bobbin too short, all the fun stuff. So let me see. Katie, did you manage to get any sleep? Was she out of sleep too? Pardon my keyboard skills. It's all good. Let me see. Yo, happy you liked it. I'm telling you what, you guys are amazing. I'll be full. Oh, thank you. I'm going to lurk. I have 25 swap blocks to press. Awesome. Good morning, Donna. Good morning. You missed the pop-up update. You'll have to slip back and check. We are set up that when the live ends today, we will be dropping you over to play Donnell a visit. And we'll slip over and chit-chat with her a spell as well. I've been ironing, cutting, exhausting. How many do we need again? For the just plain on 800 blocks. If it was up to me, you would have to do 8,000, but no. Heather reeled my numbers in. You know, numbers are hard. Yes, it'll be fun. You will enjoy it. And I'm excited. You got to stay tuned because you never know when Heather and I and Day will pop out with a video of little things to look forward to. Heather has put so much work into this project, and I'm telling you what, it's definitely a fun one. Day and I are sewing it together just like you guys are on the back end. And it's just fun to see all the excitement. If you were a part of the Block Builder card deck that we did, I do ask you to please get your quilt tops into the flimsy state and send me a picture. I do want to put a video together of all the ones. They do not need to be quilted, and I'll reiterate that again. They do not need to be quilted. I do want to see them in the flimsy stage, and that way, as I do a video to show how much these have all changed, and one block with so many different ideas, it's going to be beautiful to see how everyone's came together. The deadline for that is October the 1st, so that I can get a video put together and share with you guys. I think it's going to be fabulous. I said Velcro yesterday and broke a needle. Luckily, I found the part and my machine is working great. Awesome. I like that. Yeah. Donnell once a month and I will be slipping back and forth between our channels, so that's going to be something new you'll see. And next month I'll be slipping over to hers for a Sunday play date. Sandra, good morning, good morning. Awesome, good morning. What a glorious day. If you can in the chat, tell me what your weather's like in your area. Here it is already turning to fall. Joe and I are traveling tomorrow morning. We're leaving early, and I'm going to be doing a little video of the trip over and of just the mountains, the leaves changing and things like that, so that I can show you guys my neck of the woods. And then when we return back in a couple weeks, you'll be able to see the big difference. Like here in my little community, it's already, the leaves are turning to brown. They're starting to fall off the trees. It's really started early here for us. I worked on my center block for my Scrapalooza with Heather. Awesome. Yeah, beautiful here in Florida. I'm loving this weather. Katie, I am so proud of you. I can't wait to our next Zoom gathering so everybody can give us all a sneak peek at what we come up with. Our ideas, you know, you could either use a panel or you could literally build that center out, however you choose. That's what's so fabulous about this idea of this Heather spectacle of scraps. You can start with a pattern, and that's what she's giving you. And then you run with it and tweak it and make it your own. She gives you the measurements, and then you run with it. And we are all all three are very excited to see how much creativity you all have on this project. I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. I have nothing else but fun, 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 right? So if you haven't started it yet, you're missing out. Grab that scrap basket. Grab whatever you can. Email Heather at thedebtfreequilter@gmail.com, and she gets you in. I'm telling you, it's a fun one, and she's challenging me even, so it's going to be fun. How is Joe? I already gave the update earlier. He's doing well. Here in Michigan, it is beautiful, high 77, cool in the AM, later in the evening. Trees are starting to change as well. Awesome. High here in the 91. Whew, you haven't had a break yet in the weather. It's more like spring than fall here. Awesome. Joydy, I am, but I'm sure there's a few doing it controlled scrappy. Well, I don't know. Good morning, Heather. Thank you for dropping it. I'm not sure if I remember to say the whole thing. So it is at debtfreequilter@gmail.com. When is the cutoff? Excuse me. But I'm telling you, this one is taking me beyond all of my expectations of the creativity aspect. She took an idea and ran with it, and I am so thankful for all of her ideas. And days too, because they jump on my bandwagon when I'm like, ooh, let's do this. When Donna goes full on squirrel, I'm glad that they don't say no. Let me see. Hey everyone, running a little bit behind this morning. Good morning. Heather is now in the house officially. Sorry I was late, missed the update on Joe. Happy to hear he is doing well. Yes, he is. He has to have surgery out of town, and we're leaving tomorrow to get things set up for that. And God is good all the time, you know? He brings you to it, he's going to bring you through it, and that's just where we are on that. So anyway, as you can see, if you take your time with your borders, you don't have to pin every little step. You do whatever works for you. I like to just let it lay, tack it in at the top, and let the machine do the work. That way I don't get the wonky borders. Well, we try to get out of the way of the bus, but we just don't seem fast enough. Dad, you're too funny. No, you guys are out there looking for those nuts with me. Yes. No, we say, time out. Let's brainstorm this a little better. Well, you know, we are creative. That too, Heather. Yeah. But every time I get these notions in my head and I'm like, ooh, this would be fun, or ooh, they're like, oh, slow the brain, slow the brain. Did you say what surgical procedure he is having done? No, I have not. Because we will have the official name of what he's having done on Monday. So I don't want to put out any false information. But the guy's had a rough time of it. He's had to have a stent placed, and then now this, and it's repetitive infections and things like that. So now we've got the culprit, and they're going in. His urologist will be doing a procedure on him, and we're going to get the guy straightened out. So I could give you the long name and all that, but why make anybody go Google search, you know? It's just, it is not going to be a fun procedure for him, but one that will help him. Let me see. He'll need a lot of prayers. That's on the 29th. And I will be updating Heather and Dave throughout the day, and they'll give you guys an update. That way everybody, I believe strongly, and so does Joe, in the power of prayer. Everything's going to be fine. It's just a matter of the process and things we have to go through sometimes. Aging is not for the faint of heart, I'll tell you that. So just straight line, and you got another border on. I'm estimating this will be like 64 by 64, and I think that would be a good one. And that's all we need to know. Urology, surgery means it's a very private thing. Yes, thank you. Yep. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, just pray for him. I couldn't find the right words, Heather. Yep. Yes, agreed, Heather. Asking out of caring. Yes. Yeah, Heather and they are like our go-to. If you need to know something with either one of us, 9 times out of 10, you can privately reach out to them or into our large group chats, and they give very good information. And they're hearing whatever straight from Joe and I. Anytime something going on in our life, they're our go-to. They're like family. They're like sisters. So we're putting the border on, and then I get to show you my door hanger. I love this too, don't get me wrong, and I can't wait to get it on the long arm and do some fun quilting with it. I'm telling you. I'm enjoying. Joe was right and I was wrong, and he will clip this part out. So let me say this one more time. Joe Strunch, you were right and I was wrong. I do love the long arm downstairs. Now we officially have a long arm area, a long arm room, whatever you want to say, and it's so much easier and so much more enjoyable. And he was right. I went down kicking and screaming. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Well, now I'm getting the full use of my long arm, and I'm really thankful that I listened. It only took him a little over a year to get that figured out. That he knew, he said that I would give in eventually. You know you aren't going, women, you know you aren't going to live that down. I know, that's why I put it in. It doesn't happen often that I can say that, but I'm saying it with, he was right. Yeah, he knew what I needed before I did. So that's why I said it twice. So he can get that little clip out of the video and say, every time I say, Joe, you're wrong. He'll play it. No, I can say, I was right. I guess every 30 years we'll say that. You know, no, I'm playing. He really did. He came up with the idea, did the measurements, thought the whole thing out like last year. And he kept presenting it to me, and I kept going, nah, I'm not seeing your vision. Well, yeah. He had a better vision than I did, and I'm thankful for him. Yes, I did go down kicking and screaming. And he's sitting over here beaming. He's like, yes, he knew he was right all along. So you give credit where credit is due, right? I like to backpack these in. And I'm not even going to do anything fancy there. I'm just save that. Wait until you see this in its glory. I'm telling you what, turned out so much better than I even thought in my noodle, you know? And I'm so thankful, so very thankful that like I'd sent this. So anytime you guys want to send anything to challenge me and make me think outside of the box, you got the P.O. box, but this one hit home. It's my squirrels. And, you know, a girl can't have too many squirrels. So I'll have this pressed and ready, and I'll get it loaded on the long arm today. And hopefully in the next week or two, I'll get time to work on it a little bit. All right, Joseph, you want to come over? Yeah, we're going to show it. This way. I want to make sure they're able to see. It's got the full 25 blocks, 5 across, 5 down. And then I just messed with the way I put it together, and I wanted this one Where is it? This one here to be here. I might even put the name in. I'm just not sure yet. It could it have went down a little bit further? Probably. But I think it looks beautiful. And I hope that you guys enjoyed that. This, it's just cool. I love the way that it looks. It'll make a good lap quilt, oversized lap quilt. But next time you see it, we're in the fall. I should have worked harder and really worked it up, but I didn't. It came out so good, yes. And I've never worked with a panel like that, so this challenged me in a good way. And this one here, hold on. Ah, the girl is happy, I'm telling you. Let me shut off the iron so I don't burn myself. Yeah, I have everything engineered around here. That way, it's out of the way. Because I want you to see. Let me see. Donna's iron is on the wool mat. Don't want it to burn. What do you mean? I don't understand. Oh, this. Yeah, I moved it. That's really apparent. I don't understand. Let me see. You know we aren't gonna live that one down. Right, right. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. I can say I'm definitely a blessed woman. So anyway, let's talk the squirrel door hanger. So what I've done is Jay had sent me this backing. And anything I do over here is pretty much a collab with her, Heather, and me. We brainstorm, we think, and when I get hung up on something, they help me and figure out like, ooh, try this or do this. They send me this. And I tell you what, I really like, it's not flannel. I don't know what you want to call it. They would have to answer in that, but this really wrapped this together. I put a small hanger on the back, and I'm still torn between this or the rope. I'm not sure. Joe likes this one, so it'll probably stay the way the boss likes. And then on the inside, I didn't like the way that when I held it up, it would buckle just a little bit. So I put a piece of cardboard on the inside to keep it sturdy enough. And it won't slide or anything. So this is my hanger. And I'm still not sure I'm happy with. But Joe is, so we give Joe what Joe says. So I'm probably going to shorten the length on this. Like, kind of like something like this and let it, I'll figure it out. I haven't decided. But anyway, let's get talking. So anyway, did this not turn? I don't know how much you guys can see, but this was the panel that was sent to me. I squared it off. It did not have all of the echoing around. It was just the base of the leaves, the chestnuts, all the little nuts in the corner in the squirrel. So if Joe can, I don't know, can you spotlight it so it can really show good, Joe? He's trying to work with getting it so it will work. It was batik. This I will cherish forever. So anyway, I got it on the long arm, and I was kind of like, wanted to do something because I really wanted this center to puff up and pop. So I put the pillow fluff on the inside all around here, and I basted that part in, and I was like a squirrel just shoving it up in. So this here part, as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it all puffs up really, really nice. That way, and then the squirrel's belly and his feet and his eyes. That way, I was sure they would be able to just come to life. So around each one of these, there is, like, when I got to it, like I wanted these to really puff too. So I would stop what I was doing, reach up under, and I would put filling in the fluff so that these would puff out. And I did the same with the corners up here. So everything's puffy, you know? But I took my time and went around and I gave each leaf, I echoed in and I wanted it to really be able to showcase. I know, right, Heather? This is way out of my comfort zone, and it took me about 4 days on the long arm, but it came to life. And then what I really thought was so cool was when I got down here to where the corn was, I took my time and went through and did all the corn. The pumpkin, I did the same. What is that called? Spaghetti squash kind of thing. So I went over each thing, and I just love the outcome of this. Am I happy with the way that I made these too sharp here, where I was echoing around where the tail feather, not feathers, but the tail is? I went a little bit too sharp. I could sit and pick that up, but that's not going to happen. Everybody that knows my quilting, I always make sure I put a little heart in. So for this one, for the people that blessed me with it, I put 3 hearts because they were so gracious and there was 3 of them together. So I put my 3 hearts here. And I'm really, really pleased. Joe come out and I was sitting on the chair at the long arm and he's like, oh my gosh, that's going to look so good. Gourd. I couldn't think of the word, Heather. So I really like the acorn tops. I really put swirls and little circles in, and then I made sure that whatever the design was on each acorn, there was a lot of thread change, a lot of thread breaks to make this one come to life. But I'm really pleased with it. And now that I've actually shown it to you guys, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of it. This, to me, will be a lifelong treasure from my subscribers. And it's just, I can't say enough. When you guys send me stuff, I want to make sure that I do bring it on the channel and I implement to the best of my vision. And I do pull Day and Heather in, kicking and screaming. And I'm like, come on, give me ideas. How can I do this? What can I do? I kick my idea out and they run with it and pull me back in. So I'm really glad that I did the door hanger with this. And this just cracks me up, how much it puffs up. I don't know if you guys can see that. Joe says, maybe if I hold it up. Yeah, if I put it at an angle, they can see. But now you'll be able to see all of that. It's really heavily quilted. And then maybe on the back, they'll be able to see the back. Where, here? Yeah. But I love it. I can't help myself. This was one. Okay, he said, keep it at an angle for a minute. This will be a treasure and a good memory for me for many years to come. And it was a lot of fun. You don't know how much fun you can have with a panel, you know? We get them, we chop them up, we do all kinds of things. But this time, that one, because of the squirrel, it just took off a whole new level. Yeah. So I thought, boy, let's have a good time with it, right? That one needs to go in a show. It very well could. If I want to get really good at playing with panels. Now this has got me going down a whole new rabbit hole, they say. So anyway, have you enjoyed watching what my 2 amazing subscribers sent in? Well, there was 3 of them. I'm telling you what, it was well worth. I sat with Day, and she'd be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, okay, I'm on leaf number 4, or I'm working on the acorns, or whatever. And it's one of those ones you could not sit there. I know I couldn't do it all day and be really meticulous, you know? So I would do, I want to say 30, 40 minutes and walk away and do something else and come up here and work. But this one's probably got a good 20 or 30 hours of quilting in easy. But I love it. It just really brought it to life. So it might even end up being the new logo for our group. You know, you never know. Completely show worthy. Thank you. I love to enter a show. I like getting critiqued. I like that report card in the end. So, with that being said, my tenant, for those that come in late, if you did our block builder card deck sew along that ran for the year, it is closed out on August 31st. I'm giving you till October the 1st to get me a picture of your flimsy. Please get those blocks together. If you can't get them sewn together, at least get them laid out on the floor together and send it to me that way. I don't care about your layout. What we're looking for is to be able to do a slideshow video and be able to show the same block with all the different takes on it. I know there's a lot of people that did them, but I think it would be really interesting to just see the versatility. And like, I'm going to use Day as an example because she's easy to throw under the bus. But Day, like, say she did red, white, and blue, and Heather did Halloween theme, and I did scraps, and somebody else did. It's just going to be so cool to see how all the different ideas came to life. Now, onto the spectacle of scraps. Who is doing it? If you're here in the chat today, drop me a heart in the chat. I am kind of curious how many we have actually doing this project. I think Heather and I estimated, I want to say 35, 40-ish, but she would have to give me a total later. But I just think month 1, she blew it out of the park. Month 2, you're going to love as well. Love how everything turned out. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Okay. We have 3, 4. I can't drop a heart. Yes. So you're seeing how much, Noreen, thank you. Andrea, I'm curious to see how everybody's take is going to be so different because she's just giving you the pattern as we go along. And your ideas and your creativity to put a twist on it, that's up to you. But she is nailing it. I'm telling you, I'm so excited. Going to be late starting it. And that's okay, Zaza. Stephanie, that was the idea of buying the fabric because it was squirrels. I will tell Bob and Diane to watch the replay. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I tell you what, this challenged me and took me to a whole new rabbit hole, tell them. A squirrel hole. We'll just say a squirrel hole. You know? I really love it. Yes. Stephanie, thank you so much for you guys being such a blessing. It will be treasured for many, many years to come. I love to get ideas and play with them. And this was one of the first projects on the long arm when it got moved. Good morning, June. Yes. So I don't know what time it is. Oh, okay. Joe said I have 15 more minutes. So let me fill you in. I wasn't sure if we'd be live tomorrow night, but we're going to be. So I'm going. Do what, honey? Yeah. He said, yes, we are. We'll be back early enough. He said that we will be doing our live tomorrow night. And yeah, I'm going to be working on kicking off the Drunkard's Path quilt. Have you done a Drunkard's Path block before? Drop me a thumbs up in the chat. That way I can see. Then I'm going to be I'm giving you little tidbits along the way. Once I finish that project up, and I call it finished up when it gets to the flimsy stage, because I'll take it down to the long arm and work on bringing, that one is a customer project. The next one on my bucket list to close out the year is going to be the wonky I'm saying wonky. Hold on. I want to get the ruler. That way, yeah, I laid it in here. Yeah, it's the wonky log cabin ruler. And this is what it looks like. And I think this would be so fun. I've never done one like this. But this is, it shows you how to turn each step of the way. I will do a standalone video for this, but it's going to be a wonky. And when I say wonky, this thing, I'm going out of my comfort zone. And I like everything to be straight, everything to be lined up. You all know how I am, right? Well, I'm going way out of my zone on this, and we're going to give it a shot and see. So I will definitely do a test run on a block and make sure that I can do this correctly. But it's going to be fun. Yeah. They say, do it. It'll be fun. You enjoy it. It's going to be great. You can do it, Donna. Yes, I am reaching out of my comfort zone. But this particular ruler, it was like $8. If anybody wants it, I got it off the Amazon. This is what I will be using. I did one prior, and I did it with the FPP. This one, I'll be doing it with the rulers. Where you see these, there. All of these markings on this will have a different way to do. The block should end up as a 10-inch block when I finish. So this project will run the entire month of October. And I can tell you that one's going to be a fun one. I'm trying to be, I want to use the right word. Moving into 25, I want to do I want to think of the right word. Purposeful quilting. Things that, I don't want to do it just to be doing it. I want to do it and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is going to be one of those fun ones to kick in. It's fun and turns out really cool. So, yeah. I can tell you up front, I will be using red in the center because red is the heart of the home. Everything else, I don't have a clue. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out, and it's just going to be a fun one. I love a good fun project. So this one will be up next. Anytime I do a project, I also do the binding when I cut out my project. I'm not sure about you guys, but I have a shelf here, and it tells me like, okay, this is project 1 going, and my cabinet downstairs where I have all my quilts hung with their backings ready to hit the long arm. They're numbered and they match the cloth hanger that they hang on. So I know this one, I'll number it. You know what I'm saying? So everything coincides. But when that one hits the long arm, I'll bring it back to show you what I come up with on the quilting of that one. It's fun and turns out really cool. Thank you so much. You can do it. Oh, I know I can. It's just I have to wrap my head around the different ways you have to turn this. It'll be fun. I want to use this year to moving forward to go out of my comfort zone just a little. I'm not going to go way out there, I can tell you that. But yeah, it'll be fun. So let me see, what else have I got to tell you? I'm looking around. I have a couple projects here lined up. The wonky log cabin will be my October, and this one will be my November. And this is a free pattern. If you're interested, let me know. If you want to sew it along with me in the month of November, I can bring you on. I just think this really looks so cute, you know? And it's just stinking adorable, you know? And all you're doing is really making a 4-patch, and you're sitting it on point and bringing it down. And it's a good way to challenge yourself if you've never learned how to set things on point. It would be a good way to learn. So that is definitely an easy project. Noreen, oh yeah, yeah. It's fun learning new things. Yeah, if you're doing the same thing and you're not taking yourself out of your comfort zone, you know? Yeah, I'd love to give that pattern a try. I'd be doing, it's called bead strings. And I got it offline. And it is a free pattern. And let me see. It'll end up being 50 by 62. It's only going to probably take a couple weeks to do. But I like the way it looks, you know, and it gives you the idea of the colors that you would need to use. Diane loves the squirrel. When I seen it, I thought of you right away. Bob, thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are so good to me. Have a great day, everyone, and a wonderful week. Back here at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Remember to hit that thumbs up button before you leave the chat. Yes. So let me see. Love it, love it, love it. Yes. It's just beautiful. Bob, let me hold this up so you'll be able to see. Can you see all the quilting in this one? Yeah, I'm trying to let him be able to see. You guys just made my whole day. I'm really pleased. So everybody coming in my front door, I'm going to be going, look, look, look what I did. Yeah, I love it. And I think it turned out so amazing. I really like it. Yeah, everybody's getting ready to slip over to Donna's. So with that being said, I would like to thank you guys for coming here today and hanging out with us. And we will see you back here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock when I kick off the Drunkard's Path. And if you don't know anything about that, look it up online. It's a fun one to do, and it will definitely challenge you. See you back tomorrow night, guys, and let's all slip over to Donna's.